Read us.
We like it. We love it. We want some more of it. R-A-A-D, R-A-A-D. Good job, guys.
Okay. Akaya, I like how you're at a level 0, tracking me. Crisscross applesauce, no problems, no issues. Can you please read our objective? I can use longitude,
and
latitude,
latitude to identify points on it.
all together.
As a reader, I can use longitude and latitude to identify points on a map.
Excellent. So you guys remember yesterday where you had the lesson with Mrs. Waldron and you learned about maps, you learned about north and south and east and west. So today we're going to continue on that knowledge. Okay? Okay, so we are first going to explore the world a little bit, and we're going to learn a little bit about some of the things that we are going to be talking about today. So let's get this going. We're going to open up internet. We're going to paste this. Oh.
Hemisphere they're in. A hemisphere means half.
Okay.
Places can be located on the Earth in another way. By what hemisphere they are in. A hemisphere means half a sphere. The equator divides the Earth into two hemispheres.
Sorry.
Places can be located on the Earth in another way. By what hemisphere they are in. A hemisphere means half a sphere. The equator divides the Earth into two hemispheres. North of the equator is called the northern hemisphere, and south of the equator is called the southern hemisphere. The Earth can be divided into hemispheres in another way too, by a meridian or line of longitude that runs between the north and south poles. West of this meridian is called the western hemisphere, which includes North and South America. And east of the meridian is called the eastern hemisphere, which includes Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia.
Excellent. You know what, scholars? You guys did an amazing job sitting and learning more. Okay, so we just learned a couple of really cool, interesting, new vocabulary words. I have Daniel tracking me. I have Jeremy, come over if you could. Thank you for tracking me. Elijah's tracking me. So we learned some really cool new vocabulary words in that video. So one vocabulary word we learned was hemisphere. Say that after me. Hemisphere. 1, 2, 3.
Hemisphere.
Awesome. So a hemisphere is a half of a shape of a sphere. Excuse me. Hemisphere is half of a sphere or a ball. So I have a question. Is the Earth a ball? Is it a round shape like
Yes.
this? Okay. So can we imagine that this is the Earth?
Yes.
Okay. So a hemisphere.
You can bounce the Earth.
You can't bounce the Earth. You can bounce the ball. But so right now, so I'm gonna pretend like this is the Earth. Okay. So a hemisphere is half of a sphere or a ball. Okay. So again, think of the world as a ball. Okay. I need Nariah. Can you come hold the Earth for us, please? Okay, hold the Earth. Don't shake it up because then we'll get dizzy. Okay, so there's these really cool things that are in the Earth called, Christiana, can you get that tape for me? There are these really cool things that are in the Earth called the equator and the prime meridian. Can you say equator?
Equator.
Oh, beautiful. Can you say prime meridian?
Prime meridian.
Excellent. Okay, so what happens is the equator, and remember this is our, what is this?
Earth.
Earth. Okay, so what the equator does, the equator is going to help us to create some hemispheres. So what the equator does, it runs east to west. Did you guys learn about east and west yesterday?
Yes.
Right? So east to west, it kind of is the same thing as going from left to right, right? Okay, so I just put in the equator on the earth. So did I divide this into two halves? Right? So do I have one half above the red line?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So we took. Alright, so let's go back really fast to our definition. So a hemisphere is a half of a sphere or a half of a ball. So did we divide this in half? Yes. Excellent. So we created the equator. Reese, go over the card, please. Equator divided. Yes, please. Okay. I said up here quick, please. Okay, so the equator divides it from left to right, east to west, right? So we have one half, we have another half. Guess what else we can do?
We can divide it.
We can also split the earth in half by up and down. Or what is another name for that? North and south. Excellent. And this is called the prime meridian, okay? So watch this. Look what Miss Brown is doing. Charles, Miss Brown is putting on the prime meridian, okay? So we have, what is this, guys? Equator. This is a prime meridian. Okay, one more time.
Equator, prime meridian.
One last time.
Equator, prime meridian.
Okay, thank you, Naraya. Okay, no thank you. Wait, bless you. Okay, so we have our earth, okay, right? We have the equator, we have the prime meridian. So guess what we just did? We divided the earth into 4 hemispheres. Remember? So we talked about hemispheres is when you divide a ball or a sphere. So look what we did. We took the earth and we created how many hemispheres?
4.
Excellent. Okay. So this is the earth. So you'll see here it says the western hemisphere, right? So basically that is this side of our ball, of our earth. What is this?
This side.
What is it? What is it? The
The world.
western hemisphere. Excellent. Okay, let's come over here. Maybe this is it. Okay. So this is our side, western hemisphere. On this side of our earth. Excellent. Okay, I need a hand to tell me if they can guess what hemisphere is this top part. I didn't tell you. Read. What's it? Northern hemisphere. Let's give them some shine. Excellent. Okay, I need a brave scholar to tell me. So we have the western hemisphere. We have the equator and the prime meridian help us to divide into hemispheres. Western, eastern. Reese just told us that we have the northern hemisphere. So I need a scholar to tell me. I'm wondering what this hemisphere is called. Akaya. The what? Southern hemisphere. Let's give her a shine. Good job. Okay, scholars. So let's do a little bit of a review really fast before we jump into our next topic. Okay, so we learned a really cool vocabulary word, right? What was it? Okay, what cool vocabulary word did we learn? Hemisphere. Okay, a hemisphere. Let's go back and review the definition really fast. So a hemisphere is half of a sphere or half of a ball. So what is a hemisphere is what?
Half of a sphere or ball.
A hemisphere is what?
Half of a sphere or ball.
Excellent, excellent. And how many hemispheres are there in our world?
4.
What hemisphere is this?
East.
West. Western hemisphere.
East. North. South. West. East. North. South. West. South. East. West. North.
Excellent. Okay, that was a really cool vocabulary word. Guess what? I have 2 more vocabulary words to teach you. Read. We're done with the paper. Okay, sweetie? Okay, so we learned about hemispheres. We learned about the equator. Equator. We learned about the prime meridian. Christian, move your tip up when we're done. I did announce the earth. You learned that there are how many hemispheres?
4.
Hemispheres. Guess what? I have 2 more really cool vocabulary words.
Yay!
Okay. And these are like long vocabulary words. So say, repeat after me. Longitude.
Longitude.
Repeat after me. Latitude.
Latitude.
Longitude.
Latitude.
Okay, scholars, this is the thing. Longitude are lines that run north
and south.
What's another way to think of north and south?
Up and down.
So longitude lines,
Just like TSU. It's east and west.
longitude lines go up and down, or we learned this phrase yesterday, north and south. Got another cool vocabulary word for you. Latitude. So latitude lines go from east to west. What's another way of saying east to west?
Right and right.
Excellent. Okay. So what do we learn?
Longitude, latitude.
Let me explain something. Longitude and latitude are important to know because longitude and latitude help us to plot points on the world. So if I have my world and I have longitude and latitude points, I can use those points to point out where we're at. So like right now we are in Orange Mound, Tennessee, which is in Memphis, Tennessee. This exact location we're at has a very specific longitude and latitude point. And we're going to practice plotting longitude and latitude points. Okay, so let's